Hey everybody, and thank you for tuning in. If you tuned into the last episode or video, I don't know what you want to call these things. This is a video. Um, I talked briefly about my goals for this year in regards to my art and my comics. I talked about two of them I'm working on. One of them I'm not ready to talk about yet. It's still in definitely heavy work in progress. But the second issue or series I'm working on is called Hey Dumm Dumm, and that one's coming out hopefully before Free Comic Book Day. I've been putting a lot of time into it, and I need to get it done um, well, very soon. So I'm pretty much going to discuss the plan a little more details than I did in the last video, and then I'm going to showcase some of the concepts I've got for some of the characters you'll see in the first episode, and characters you'll see later on too. So without wasting any more time, let's just get started. First of all, I want to mention that Dum Dum is going to be an M-rated comic. It's not bad. I think that in today's society, a 16 plus comic, considering all the 16-year-olds that have access to the internet, and we know there's a lot worse up here on the internet than there is going to be in this comic. But I do need to rate it since there will be sexual themes or jokes. It's going to be cartoon violence, cartoon innuendo. Um, there isn't really even going to be any hardcore swearing in it. I think that, yeah. So I don't even know what the issue is, like how bad it will be. But for safety, I'm going to unofficially rate it M for mature, just to keep all the adults who can't monitor their kids off my back. Well, it won't work, but at least I put the responsibility on it. But anyways, so let's go back to that. It's like I said, it's going to be kind of Ren and Stimpy slash Rick and Morty kind of humor, except it's not even that bad because Rick and Morty made a lot of just the sex jokes and I don't know if I can say that this early in the video. They made a lot of inappropriate jokes, and this isn't even going to be about that. There's like one episode, but it's issue 5, and it's not even like I said, it's not even going to be that bad. So like I said, it should be 16 plus, but like I said, M rating is going to be pretty much what I'm going to put it on. As I said, the primary focus I'm going to be working on is Dum Dum for now, but I am going to be working out on my other issue for this year. I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit because it keeps going into the red, and I don't like that. I don't think it's going to be too loud for you. There you go, that's better. But yeah, so that's going to be talked about. Hopefully by November, I'll have more information for you guys, and I'll be ready to start talking about it and showing off some of the sketches. It isn't cartoony, so I got to really practice my, realistic proportions and whatnot. So that's enough of that. Dum Dum. I mentioned I will be doing things with other platforms. I've already set up my Twitch and Instagram account. I've already put them on my YouTube or on this channel, so you should be able to see them. Feel free to follow them, join them. I've already posted a couple pictures. You'll see two of the pictures I posted here, just to kind of let you know that it's the right channel. So keep an eye out for that. During times where I'm actually going to be working on the Instagram, on the comics, sorry. Instagram will probably be low, and Twitch not so much. Then when I start working digitally, I'll move more onto Twitch, and then after it's done in digital and posted, I'll be able to spend a bit more time talking about it on Instagram. So it's going to have this weird kind of wave fluctuation between social medias. So if you want to keep information on, it's not going to be all consistent. So it's worth following all the pages once we get this ball rolling, because there will be information here and there everywhere. So please feel free to follow on all the platforms. But if you just here's fine to get information to. I'll always be posting here, whether it's downtime, whether I'm working on it. I'm going to do my best to make sure every Friday there will be an episode, a video here talking about the Dum Dum series. But I do want to mention that my job does have rush peak times, so during those times there won't be any videos all that month. I think it's like January through February there won't be anything, then August through September there won't be anything, and then maybe during like July, right before the summer. So those are going to be the times where I won't have time to do videos, but I'll try to make sure that I can get them in after, or if I can get an early one posted, I'll see what I can do. But time is all limited and whatnot. So there's that schedule. Like I said, just follow all the platforms if you want information on them. I'll try I'll try to keep up with it. As mentioned before, if I am able to complete the issue, issue 1 before Free Comic Book Day, then physical copies of Volume 1 will always be free when available. I'll put them on my Etsy for now just to make it easier when they do arrive. Um, when it comes to like online comics websites, I will look into that because if I can't always afford to be printing out physical copies right now. So I will have a website up for where I'm going to put it. I do have an old comic I put on a different website. I might continue to use that. It seemed to be user friendly. I don't know how it works on phones, but I'll probably start with there. When the issue comes out, I will post the update here a week before the issue's ready, and then you guys will have access to it there when Free Comic Book Day comes out. So check that out. Like I said, I'll let you know more when I decide what website I'm going to. There is still a lot of that to discuss, so I'll talk about that later. But I will be posting that information also. If I figure out anything quickly that's not going to be put into a YouTube video, I'll post that on my Instagram. So that's again why you should probably check that out if you can. Twitch streams, hopefully they will start next week. So be sure to follow. I mentioned originally that they might be Friday streams, but I'm going to look more into Saturday ones because Fridays are these videos. I keep overlapping schedules because I think I have all the time in the world and I don't. So they might be either Thursday or Saturday streams. You know what? Let's pick a date. We'll do Saturday. Saturday streams is when it's going to happen. I haven't found a good day yet because Saturdays are a little weird for me sometimes. But I sleep in. I'm not going to lie. I sleep in. But Saturdays will be my streaming days starting next week for doing some of the Dumm Dumm character sketches here. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the characters, feel free to join, hang out in the chat. Right now, I don't. It's going to be boring. It's going to be quiet and it'll be kind of boring because I don't know what music I can use and whatnot for Twitch. I always Twitch video games and they've got music and stuff in the background. I don't really do art streams very much just because of the music issue, but I'll look into that again. I did look into it a little bit, but it seemed a little confusing and you had to pay. And once again, I don't have money right now, so if you guys listen to your own music and then want to just hang out in the chat, ask questions, talk about whatever you want, I don't care. As long as you don't get nasty, I don't care what we talk about. It'll be fun. Really laid back. But I'll just be drawing a couple characters. I might just focus on one character, but if I have the time, then I'll do two characters. I'm saying a lot. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. Here we go again. But the point is, it's not going to be a long stream. It'll be maybe 30 minutes to an hour just so I can make sure that I get used to the setup, make sure there's no bugs, glitches, sounds. Maybe you can hear me, make sure there's nothing weird. Because sometimes my streams don't always work out right because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's pretty much tune in for Saturday and you'll see. Next Saturday, sorry. So that's going to be. Give me a moment and I can figure out when that date is. You're going to see my date pop up here in a second. So it'll be the 23rd. Saturday the 23rd is Saturday the 23rd. That's when I'm going to be doing my first Twitch stream, and you can just check out there. I don't know what time it's going to be. I would like to put the schedule on Twitch, but I don't know what time it's going to be, so I'm not going to put a schedule on there. Just make sure you hang out there. I'll post on Instagram as well, so you can stay up to date on when that's going to be. And of course, if you do follow my Instagram, and I'll try to remember to post it there, so you'll know if I have a surprise stream or a sudden stream, or if I have to move a stream, I'll make sure I mention it on Instagram. So there's that. Oh, then the week after, the week of the 25th, that's going to be that's the spring break. We don't work during spring break. I work for a college. I shouldn't be telling you that, but we don't work too much on spring break. I think I work 2 days. So that week, if I can get all of my sketches done for my comic issues, which I'm hoping to get done by next week, it's a lot. I still have half the comic to finish up. It's hopefully going to be about 40 pages. So I still have half of it to work on the next week. If I can get it done before Thursday, then I will be able to import everything digitally, and then all of next spring break, I'll be working on doing the digital version of the comic. The streams from then on out on Twitch should be Tuesday through Thursday. And I'll be working on them. I'll post it on Instagram when I'm getting ready to do the stream. They'll be Tuesday through Thursday, and I'll try to aim for 2 to 3 pages per stream. So it could be anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on how long it takes me to get all of the digital work complete. So that's going to be the peak time. You can kind of see where the comic's going. I won't be filling in speech bubbles so you guys don't know what's going on. You can figure it out if you want. But if you want a sneak peek of it, then that's what I'm working on. It's not going to be in order. I'm just going to pick a couple pages, and some of the pages you won't see me doing at all, just because I'll do it off the stream, whatever. So just make sure you stick around if you want to see me color it. And again, if you want to hang out or if you see something that you want me to, you want to ask about, we could talk about it. So that's when that's going to be. Um, yeah, it's that part. Hmm. And again, of course, if the schedule turns out right and it's something that's doable, it'll continue on through the April 2nd through the 4th, and then the 9th through the 11th, because those are the 3 days I have. I have to have them done before that week, the week of April 15th, because I have to have them ready to send to the printers to have them printed by Free Comic Book Day. So, fingers crossed. Mm-hmm. If Oh, I'm only going to start off with about 20 issues though, just because of cost and everything. So make sure that I will post on Instagram when they're up on Etsy if you want to know about it. So yeah, like I said, I might have. I'm going to print 30, but I have some friends who have been really supportive who I'm going to give them a couple copies to, if they want one. So that's going to only leave about 20 copies left, and I know it's a very small amount for Free Comic Book Day. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it this far. Um, Doing my comics, so I didn't really prepare financially for it. Oops, that's on me. But whenever I do have a little bit of extra cash, I will order some if you wanted a physical copy, and then I'll restock the store, and I'll post that on my Instagram too, let you know when it's restocked or to get yours. Um, but right now, finances is weird, but I do want to make sure I have a couple free copies. And then don't forget, if you can't get a free physical copy, then I will be posting it on a webtoon site. I don't know which one yet. Like I said, I'll let you know, but that's where that's gonna go on there. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, I'll also post it here if I post them, if I get them before I have a chance to do Instagram. So don't forget to hit the bell and notification. I'll let you know when I updates in, when what the shipping's like and all that kind of stuff, when it's gonna arrive before it gets here. So it's good to follow here if you want more information on when it'll get here. I know I'm advertising really early. You guys know nothing about it, but I'm just getting the information out ahead of time just to mark it off my plate that I've done it. Well, and since I do also have to pay to get them printed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share the videos, or at least tell a friend if you think that they might be interested in silly cartoon robot girl getting into trouble comics. I don't know. I found out that YouTube um, there's a possibility to become partnered if you have at least 1,000 subscribers, and then of course you need the watch time. But if I can get at least 1,000 subscribers, even if I don't get partnered with YouTube, that's fine. But that's what I'm going to aim for. I know I should be aiming lower for like 100 first, then 500, but I'm going to aim big this year. I want to try to get 1,000 subscribers. So 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. Please let your friends know. Just follow, check it out. If there's anything you want me to talk about or you want to see here on the YouTube, that's fine. It's just an art channel, but I really am focusing more, like I said, on my two comics, and we're gonna post this stuff here, talk about it more, all that stuff. Although the most interesting stuff will be on Twitch, but subscribing here, you just hit the subscribe, and then you don't even have to maintain the channel. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It really helps me out, and then we can get this going, and then we'll work more on the future later on. But anyways, I've already got 11 subscribers. At the time of writing the script, I only had 10. Um, so I had 990 subscribers left, but now I've got 11, so I want to thank that 11th subscriber because now I only need 989 subscribers to reach that 1,000 mark. That seems so far away, but I really hope we can do it. And I don't care, it's not a deadline. By the end of the year, I like to see what we can get to. I don't think it's going to be 1,000. I doubt it'll even be 100, but that's what the goal is. So maybe I'll think of some sort of free giveaway. I know I shouldn't be giving things away for free, but we'll think of something. When that 1,000 mark hits. But that, again, won't be for a while, but that's what we need to start off with. We can get these issues printed. And hopefully I'll have 2 more issues done by the end of the year as well, so we'll start picking up the pace here. I guess that's pretty much all for the plan. I know I've been rambling a bit. Hopefully I can edit a lot of the ums out, and we'll see how much shorter this gets. I guess we'll move on to some of the character designs. Yeah, let's move on to some of these characters real fast. That'll make it a little more interesting. Let me drink my coffee first. All right, so this obviously is the main character. This is an early sketch of Dum Dum. She pretty much looks the same. There are some differences I made. Um, I didn't label these pictures, but we'll see compare them in a second. So that's obviously the main character, Dum Dum. We've got here. Oh, here you go. This is the comparison. As you can see, she's not going to be wearing these gloves. This is just for the stupid breakdancing thing and the hat. But there you go. She's got some cleaning up. I like the traditional sketches of her better. I feel like they're more like alive, but we can only work with what we got. It's kind of the brightness of the logo. Does it grab your attention? It's supposed to be obnoxious. Um, Banner from my YouTube. Here again are some earlier sketches of the character. She's still kind of goofy, looking the same. Like I said, I feel like the little more cleaned up things I wanted to change about it, I did, so we kept that. Here is B. I've changed her design up significantly, so you'll see that later on. But essentially, that's who she is. I mean, she's just an android. I guess they're all robots. I don't know yet. I don't know what B is yet, but Dum Dum is definitely she's. You'll find that out in the first that you see the cyborg. Um, this was my first attempt at making it a comic. Originally, I had started working on it to be an animation. I got the first scene, and then as you can see, this is all cleaned up in animation. I got this whole scene animated. The first two scenes were animated, and I was doing it, but then in the process of my animation, I was working on another series called Starlock. It's actually on Newgrounds if you want to look at it. It's garbage. But when I finished that scene in Starlock and started working on this animated scene, Adobe, they canceled my student trial, and I guess that's when they went to subscriptions. So that kind of stopped me from doing art. So that's how long it's been since I haven't been doing serious art since they did that, because that was my goal, was to animate things, and Adobe kind of killed that when they took away my my physical version. So that kind of broke everything down. So I started trying to make it a comic, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But now here we are, and it's changed up. It's not going to look like this. It's going to be different now. But that's one of the antagonists. You'll see he'll be a common character later on in the series. These characters, I was actually expecting them later on in the pictures, but here we are now. I knew I drew this scene out, and I couldn't find it for a while. But these are B. I don't know if I told you what her name was. So we've got, go back for a second. This is B. Her name is B. She's the better intelligent tech computing helper. And this is Dum Dum. So B is Dum Dum's handler, and she is a part of the colleagues. And this is, I haven't got names for them. This one has a stupid name, but I can't remember what his name is. But these are the colleagues. And you'll find out at the end of the issue why they are the colleagues and what they have in common. But yeah, so this is, yeah. In fact, I think that these guys have a scene at the end of issue 1 too, so I'll make sure that goes in there too. Well, these are terrible images. I took these on my phone. That might be a bad one. This one, I was originally going to do all these traditional colors because I've got these amazing paints. Oh, that's a terrible. They are bad quality images. Sorry about that. I took them on my phone. Bad, bad, bad for me. Anyways, but this is paint. This is all paint, and I was gonna do traditional paintings for all the comics, but then I realized it's gonna take too long if I wanted to make it by Free Comic Book Day. So maybe some issues will be traditional. I really did want to do that theme, so maybe we'll work on that later on. We'll see what happens. But that's her more up to date appearance. Let's see if I can bring that together. There we go. Yeah, I really like the way those colors are. They look amazing, and I will be doing something with them later, but we don't know yet. This, again, is that alien. He's been fine-tuned. I've been practicing drawing him a lot. I really, really wish these images weren't so terrible. Oops. Don't be doing that. They're not supposed to be clean anyway. I'm going to do a little art book later on. Maybe we'll do that free sometime later. I'll stop doing things for free. Okay, anyways, this is him. I have debated on whether I was going to... His name was Dorian to begin with, but then my brother and I were talking about how he reminds us of Invader Zim, but when you look at Invader Zim, it doesn't look anything like him. I was going for more of like an Earthworm Jim type character, so then we decided that maybe the name wasn't Invader. What were we gonna call him? Intruder Jim, I think is what it was gonna be, something stupid. But I think I do like the name Dorian for him because of the kind of character he is. But he's gonna be again common character. Cause I've actually learned to already drawing these first couple of panels with him in it. I've already liked the species and I've already liked drawing him out. So I'm kind of excited to add him to the more add him later to the series. More appearances, you know. Bleh. Here's some more Dum Dum sketches. Oops, let me learn how to use my mouse. This scene, I was just supposed to be a sketch, but it turns out that I liked it more. So that's going to be a part of an episode, something later on. I haven't decided yet, but here's some more of her sketches. You can't see the pixels on my recording program, but you can see them horribly on here. The quality is terrible. Hopefully, it doesn't translate that bad to the video because that would suck. Anyway, so yeah, here's just some more kind of getting her personality down, kind of what she does. She's very lonely little robot. Um, this is another character. I'm going to block out some of this because it's kind of spoilers. Sorry. Whoops, my alarm went off. Okay. So many interruptions in this video. I was not prepared. I don't even know if you can see this one, but this is a pirate you'll see in the first episode as well, and then Dum Dum interacting with him. I think I have a better one. Oh, here's another image that I did with those paints. Like I said, when I was going to do them traditionally, it did take too long to do this. I am going to practice to get better because the other comic I'm working on, I want to be traditional art. I want it to have that washed out watercolor look. But these are the characters. This is B. Then there's Dum Dum. This is Dorian. This is the pirate, and then that's a goose. It's Mother Goose. The third issue is going to be called The Missing Case of Mother Goose. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about him, but because we still have to get to the second issue too. But these are just a kind of a test kind of color. They are saying things. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it was just an experiment. But anyway, so that's kind of how the characters are going to look. B's changed, as you can see. She's got more hair. She's got the colors, which definitely help. Okay, well, I'm going to stop doing that now. So yeah, she's kind of more like a squid robot, I think, or a squid cyborg is what she is. So they're both cyborgs, and there's a reason for that later on. Anyways, so obviously she's a cyborg. I'm not spoiling anything. You'll see in the first issue she's obviously not human. And then Dum Dum is cybernetic too. These are some monsters for another issue. I am excited about them. They turned out a lot better than I thought. That's kind of hard to see that the flash was on. I actually have a cleaner picture here. I'm going to go back to that one. Here we go. So this kind of gives you an idea of where the comic goes. It's not going to be all cutesy and pink and colors. It's going to be, but at the same time, it's not. So there's some monsters for a later issue that's going to appear later on. You'll see how it all works out. I love it. So you go from this and this into this later on. So hopefully that's got you curious. Here's some more pictures of Dorian. I just did a sketch run of him one day, and I learned a lot about his character here, and I cannot wait to get into his story because it's sad and funny, and this is great. You can see obviously he sings. He sings like Seth MacFarlane. It's my goal. High, you gotta set your goals high. If you don't reach them, then maybe you can reach the bottom of them. It's still a good goal. So, anyways, he's got this idea that he wants to be a singer. Not necessarily like a musical theater singer, but just to sing on stage is his dream. And again, you'll find out more in the series. He's going on some soul-searching journey here, practicing, sketches of the character. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, just trying to get more. Like I said, the traditional coloring on these it's just, man, I don't even want to do the inking on them. I just wanted to submit them black and white with the pencil lines because I really like the way I do pencil lines. I'm not trying to sound egotistical or anything, but I think they're the best. Here's another pirate setting. I'm going to black this out because I'll probably use that as dialogue later on. It's all dialogue. Everything's dialogue. Everything is dialogue because everything's a bit. Um, but here we have. I don't know if you could read it anyway, but just in case, here he is contemplating with Dum Dum. He wasn't supposed to be a major character. He was supposed to appear in the first issue, and that was going to be it. Maybe something stupid later on, but he's become a main character now, so he's going to appear more in the series than I had originally anticipated. And then, of course, this, yeah. So I don't really know much to say without not giving too much away, but that's just, there you go. It's just supposed to be a little taste, a taste of the comic. Here's another sketch, kind of a cleaner sketch of updated of B. I like her design. It's simple, and yeah, I always get confused at it, so I'm gonna have to keep this on hand for reference anyway. Here's some more Dum Dum sketches I did around the same time I was doing that. I really like the way the black and white in these pens came out, which is why I wanted to do traditional. But when you do digital, sometimes I feel like you lose a little bit of something in the digital work, but because I'm rushing this first issue, it will be. If after this issue, my goal will be to at least do all the black and white inks in the traditional style and then transport them to that. And at least the black and white lines and the sketches and everything will still be traditional. But for the sake of the first issue, I don't have the time to do that. So, but we'll see. I don't want the quality to suffer, but we'll play it by ear. And then here's another image of B. So these are the characters that you'll look forward to in the series. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I might put these at the end of the video. You can kind of slide show them, or I don't know. That 90s cool thing is a joke, by the way. 90s is not cool, but she thinks that she is. So yeah, this is the development. She hasn't changed much. Didn't really work too heavy on. Like I said, this was supposed to be a quick warm-up animation. They're supposed to be easy to animate characters, traditional. I wasn't using bones or anything, so all the characters are staying simple for the sake of getting things done quickly. And then the practice I do on these comics, the drawings and everything, it definitely helps loosen me up for when I do the serious comic that I'm doing later on. So that's pretty much all I'm going to be talking about today. Hopefully it piques your curiosity. I know that I don't have much of a reputation just to be straight up advertising all the stuff like I'm going to get, people interested, but you have to start somewhere. I'm not really good at marketing, so they expect a lot of that shameless self promotion, which I don't understand why they call it shameless. I guess it depends on how you do it, but I don't know. I don't know what the fine line between the two are. So I'm just gonna promote. Keep an eye out. Look at it. If you're interested, if you know anybody interested, you know, know anybody else working on comics, I don't mind sharing. If spread the word. If they'll spread the word of Dum Dum, I'll spread the word of theirs. I don't know how this works. Very socially awkward, but we're working on it. But I think that pretty much concludes that. Let me go through my list. Yeah, that's it. The first volume you can keep an eye out for. Like I said, hopefully it'll be available on May 4th, Free Comic Book Day. Issue 1 is going to be Hey Dumm Dumm, Volume 1, The Search for the Gold Lactating Sea Lion. So, guess the Ren and Stimpy scene there. But that's about a good place, I guess, to stop the video. Keep an eye out, stay tuned, follow my Twitch, follow my Instagram, hit the notifications, and follow here, subscribe. I could use the subscribers. If we can get YouTube to pay for the comics, that would be amazing. But we gotta set the bars low sometime. And I guess with that, I'm gonna stop talking now. If you have any questions, if I rambled on, if I missed a point or anything, please feel free to comment, ask questions, and if you want to save the questions for next Saturday's Twitch, you can do that too. So yeah, without much time being wasted, let's I gotta go work on these next 5 panels. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.